Invincible, Empress, Apprentice, Summon, Build Forces, Shuangwen, detected that the host is breathing, rewarded with 1,000 years of cultivation, can directly break through to the quasi-emperor realm, detected that the host is blinking, reward the emperor-level skill Yin Yang Dragon Phoenix Decision, and a Great Emperor summoning card, detected that the host is sleeping, reward the human holy sword, Xuanyuan Sword, and the imperial martial arts skill Sword Immortal Kneels. The blackened system is becoming increasingly outrageous, making it difficult for Ye Qingyun to be invincible. Just because Ye Qingyun is such an upright person, why is the system rewarding Yin and Yang techniques? Is it necessary to help the Empress who is facing a bottleneck on her own? Chapter 1. System Blackening, the more flat the more invincible. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Brain storage area, beautiful woman helps to take care of it, host, for the 10,010th time, would you like to bind this system immediately? Host, the 10,086th time I asked you, do you want to bind this system now? Liuyun Sect, on the Lingxiao Peak. A handsome young man with a delicate face was falling asleep holding a cool picture album, and the crisp electronic sound echoed in his mind over and over again. The young man seemed to be awakened, wiped his saliva from the corner of his mouth, and impatiently cursed, sleeping in bed again. Didn't you see that the leader of this peak is sleeping? The young man's name is Ye Qingyun, and he is a traveler. Because I was used to living a life of 90.6 in my previous life, I chose to go through the motions and entered the cultivation world for 10 years. However, my cultivation level remained at a small level in the foundation building realm. Realms. Refining Qi, building foundation, forming pills, acquired, innate, Yuanying, Zifu, Dongshu, Zhun Di, and Da Di. Each major realm is further divided into 4 sub-realms. Beginner, Minor, Major, and Perfection. With Ye Qingyun's cultivation and strength, it is impossible to become a miscellaneous disciple of the Liuyun Sect. But Ye Qingyun became the leader of the Liuyun Sect. As a transcendent force in the eastern regions, the Liuyun Sect has a total of 72 peak masters, with most of their cultivation in the quasi-imperial realm. Ye Qingyun's cultivation of building a foundation and reaching the position of the peak master is simply the greatest wonder. Of course, this is all thanks to his alcoholic master, who was the previous leader of Lingxiao Peak, Li Moyang. When Ye Qingyun only had the ability to cultivate in the Qi refining realm, Li Moyang approached him and said that he had a unique skeleton and exceptional talent. He wanted to bring him back to the Flowing Cloud sect and accept him as his own disciple. Ye Qingyun was quite confused. He has mediocre talent, and he is also extremely extravagant. Why did Li Moyang, an old drunkard, take a liking to him? Ye Qingyun guessed that the two of them had similar tastes. Li Moyang is also a very promiscuous person, and there is only one disciple of Ye Qingyun in the entire Lingxiao Peak. After accepting Ye Qingyun, Li Moyang never directed his cultivation and still carried a wine gourd every day and night to sleep. From then on the Lingxiao Peak, from one snoring sound to 2.5 years ago, Li Moyang suddenly stepped down as the peak leader and let Ye Qingyun take over Lingxiao Peak, and then disappeared. After Ye Qingyun became the leader of the peak, his treatment was quite good. He didn't have to do anything every day, just sleep and lay down, and then he could receive a high salary. Due to the extremely high seniority of Li Moyang, who never dies, and the fact that he only has one disciple, Ye Qingyun, other peak masters would obediently shout, "Master Uncle," when they saw Ye Qingyun. Empress Jiningshuang, also known as the leader of the Liuyun Sect, is 2 generations lower than Ye Qingyun. Ye Qingyun, who has been protected by the Liuyun Sect, can freely choose to ruin himself in this land of powerful and deceitful Shuangwen. Strive to cultivate. That's impossible. Working for the system. That's even more impossible. Life is already very comfortable now, and Ye Qingyun doesn't even want to bind any bullshit system. Host, 1008. Get lost. Before the sound of the system could be heard, Ye Qingyun impatiently declined, and then flipped through the picture album in his hand with relish. It has to be said that ancient beauties had their own characteristics, unlike blue stars, where the faces of beauties were all the same. Ding, strong aversion and disdain from the host have been detected, and the system is reflecting and improving. Ding, the system has been successfully improved for the first time. Ding, the second system improvement was successful. Ding, the 99th successful improvement of the system. A strong electric current sounded in her mind, and Ye Qingyun was so scared that she swallowed her saliva. Is the system driven crazy by its own behavior of putting on a bad show? What if the system improvement fails and suddenly explodes inside the body? Mist grass, dog system, stop me quickly. Ye Qingyun's heart was in a panic. His life is really comfortable now, and he really doesn't want to die because of these nonsense. However, it is already late. Ding, the system has been successfully improved and the Supreme Invincible system has been launched. The ultimate goal of the Supreme Invincible system is to make the host invincible, and invincible again. Looking at the system panel, Ye Qingyun remained calm in his heart. The Supreme Invincible System. The name sounds quite loud. But Ye Qingyun doesn't want to become a worker again. Capitalists have the same face, only crazily squeezing. Ding, detected that the host is breathing, rewards 1,000 years of cultivation, and can directly break through to the quasi-emperor realm. Ding, it has been detected that the host is blinking. Reward the Emperor-level skill Yin Yang Dragon Phoenix Technique, a Great Emperor summoning card, and a Jade Girl Wind and Cloud album. Did Ye Qingyun suddenly look dumbfounded? Is there a reward for breathing? And it's still 1,000 years of cultivation, can you directly break through to the quasi-emperor realm? How could Ye Qingyun easily reach a level that others have worked hard to cultivate for thousands of years without achieving? Zhun du fa du. The cultivation of the quasi-imperial realm is already among the top of the pyramid in the eastern regions. The reason why the Liuyun Sect has no less than 70 quasi-emperor powerhouses is because the Liuyun Sect is one of the 8 transcendent forces. If placed in a first-class power, the quasi-emperor realm is strong enough to become an ancestor-level existence. Not only is there a reward for breathing, but also for blinking. After the system was driven crazy by itself, did it become black? Why does the system reward him with a yin-yang technique when he is just such a serious person? Do you have another picture album? What kind of ghosts are these? Everything is jade, it will only harm you. The system rewards are real and effective, and the host can directly claim them. The sound of the system rang out again, arousing Ye Qingyun's interest. That picture album, Ye Qingyun really wants to take a look. System, claim all rewards. Ye Qingyun instructed. As soon as the words fell, Ye Qingyun felt that his body was filled with pure spiritual power, and he was like a volcano about to erupt. At the same time, Ye Qingyun's cultivation, which had been stagnant for 7 or 8 years, began to rapidly climb. The Jidun realm is complete. The environment after tomorrow is perfect. The Void realm is perfect. Beginner's level in the quasi-imperial realm. Zhun di jing xiao qing. The quasi-imperial realm has achieved great success. In the blink of an eye, Ye Qingyun's cultivation stabilized in the quasi-emperor realm. In Ye Qingyun's body, a golden pill was born and a purple mansion was opened up, which can accommodate the spiritual energy of heaven and earth and can be used as a storage space. In the purple mansion, there is a shining golden card, a martial arts book, and a picture album. Damn it, did you really break through to the quasi-emperor realm? Ye Qingyun felt the powerful power inside his body, somewhat unbelievable. Nowadays, he can easily smash a mountain with just one palm, even if it's flying to heaven and escaping to earth, it's completely effortless. And these rewards were all exchanged for his breathing and blinking. It has to be said that this Supreme Invincible system is quite suitable for lying flat. Subsequently, Ye Qingyun looked at the other 3 rewards. The value of the Great Emperor summoning card goes without saying, it is the ceiling of the entire eastern domain's combat power. If Ye Qingyun had a great emperor protector, he could walk horizontally in the eastern regions. As for the Yin Yang techniques and picture books, Ye Qingyun, who loves to learn, will naturally study them carefully. If I remember correctly, the cultivation of Empress Jiningshuang has been stagnant in the Great Emperor realm for thousands of years, right? Is the system rewarding Yin and Yang techniques to help the Empress break through the bottleneck on her own? Chapter 2. Summoning the Emperor and going to the Empress Peak. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. System, introduce the Yin-Yang Dragon Phoenix technique. Ye Qingyun lazily leaned back on the lounge chair and instructed the system. Although he can browse it himself, there's no need to put in so much effort, otherwise why bother with the dog comparison system? A life that lies flat must lie to the end. Yin-Yang Dragon and Phoenix technique. An advanced technique at the imperial level that emphasizes the coordination of Yin and Yang. When practiced together, both sides can achieve twice the result with half the effort and thousands of miles in a day. After practicing for 7,749 hours, the male side can refine the Eternal Dragon Emperor body and the female side can refine the Eternal Ice Phoenix body. Looking at the information panel, Ye Qingyun couldn't help but feel a bit surprised. The double happiness technique is not uncommon in the Xuanyuan continent, but a second version of the double happiness technique that can reach the imperial level may not be found in the entire continent. The level of martial arts, from high to low, is Emperor level, Heaven level, Earth level, Xian level, and Huang level, which are further subdivided into low level, intermediate level, and high level. As one of the 8 transcendent forces in the eastern regions, the Liuyun Sect only has 3 intermediate martial arts and techniques at the imperial level. As for the advanced martial arts at the imperial level, only those holy places in the middle regions have them. However, any skill book randomly rewarded by the system has an imperial level and is still a double happiness skill that every man yearns for. Even women cannot resist the temptation of the double happiness technique. Jia, it seems that dogs are a bit more useful than systems. Ye Qingyun grinned and felt very satisfied in his heart. Thank you for the host's praise. The host's affirmation and encouragement are the driving force for the system to strive for it. The system has automatically helped the host understand the Yin-Yang Dragon Phoenix technique. The sound of the system rang out again, and Ye Qingyun sensed a powerful pure Yang power in his body. Surprisingly, the Yin-Yang Dragon and Phoenix technique automatically understood it. The imperial level martial arts are not only precious, but also very difficult to cultivate. Even Empress Jiningshuang takes several years to fully comprehend. However, Ye Qingyun quickly understood in the blink of an eye. After the system is blacked out, praising it casually is like giving chicken blood. Dear Empress, your bottleneck is left to the lord of this peak. Ye Qingyun smiled like a thief. The stunning face of Empress Jiningshuang and her plump and perfect figure came to mind. That is a true beauty, and pure, it is the dream of all men, as a member of the Liuyun Sect, the leader of this peak, in order to promote the development of the Liuyun Sect, should abandon the ego, fulfill the greater ego, and help the Empress break through the bottleneck. The principle of this peak cannot be denied. As a serious person, Ye Qingyun naturally did not seek the beauty of the Empress, but rather to help her and consider the development of the entire Liuyun Sect. Subsequently, Ye Qingyun opened the system's reward album. It has to be said that the painting is really good, and it is lifelike, with concave and convex shapes, making people imagine it vividly. Isn't living for the sake of a happy mood? At first glance, it only takes 2.5 hours. Host, you still have an unused Emperor summoning card. Do you want to use it now? The system reminded Ye Qingyun. Ye Qingyun, who was daydreaming, was pulled back to reality with a gloomy expression and cursed displeased. What is your identity? What is the status of the leader of this peak? Next time when I read seriously, don't talk too much. The host's lesson is that the system will carefully reflect and provide 10 brand new picture books to compensate for the host. After the sound of the system fell, 10 brand new picture albums appeared in Ye Qingyun's hands. Seeing this, Ye Qingyun's eyes lit up and he immediately put them away. "Good guy, it's still you who will come," he said. "Wait until you have free time to appreciate 10 picture books slowly." At present, Ye Qingyun is preparing to use the Great Emperor summoning card. In the land of Xuanyuan, where the strong are scattered and deceitful, without a guardian following, Ye Qingyun dare not step out of the Liuyun Sect. He had wanted to go to the mortal world multiple times to send warmth to the girls in the Yihong courtyard, but he was also afraid of being targeted by the strong. If he had a guardian with cultivation in the Great Emperor realm, then Ye Qingyun would be able to walk horizontally everywhere. Ye Qingyun took out the Great Emperor summoning card and had a thought in his heart. The summoning card emitted a dazzling divine light and flowed with the laws of heaven and earth. Summoning the Great Emperor for the host, the system has blocked the heavenly mechanism of Lingxiao Peak due to the power of the heavenly abyss. After the Tianji is blocked, even the powerful emperor cannot detect the anomaly of Lingxiao Peak. The space of Lingxiao Peak began to distort, and then a powerful aura surged in. Even though Ye Qingyun had already broken through to the quasi-emperor realm, he still felt a chill in front of this aura. Such a powerful aura has only been felt by Ye Qingyun on the Empress and her own drunken master. The dog comparison system is really incredible. At the beginning, he summoned a great emperor to come out. With the protection of the powerful emperor, Ye Qingyun can do whatever he wants even in the entire Xuanyuan continent. In the twisted space, an old man with white hair and a youthful appearance emerged. He was dressed in a grey Taoist robe, like a banished immortal. His deep and weathered eyes seemed to be able to pierce through eternity. "Who am I? Where am I? No, didn't I die?" The old man had a puzzled expression on his face. He clearly remembered that he had failed to cross the tribulation and his body had died, so why did he come back to life now? Name: Feng Qingyang. Identity: Fengqing Sect. Ancestor, cultivation. Perfect Great Emperor realm. Looking at the information panel, Ye Qingyun didn't calm down anymore. The emperor summoned by the system is actually the ancestor of Fengqing Gate. Fengqing Gate, like Liuyun Sect, are both supernatural forces in the eastern regions. However, Feng Qingyang was not satisfied with the current situation and wanted to break through the barrier to further his cultivation. Unfortunately, he failed and ended up with a dead end. However, the system unexpectedly revived Feng Qingyang. A powerful figure with a perfect imperial realm, even more terrifying than the strength of Empress Ji Ningshuang. This is also Tai Pants spicy. The gentle gaze fell on Ye Qingyun. There is an invisible connection between the two, and the clear life and death are controlled by Ye Qingyun. Feng Qingyang knew that he was able to come back to life thanks to the young man in front of him. In this lifetime, his elegant fate belongs to Ye Qingyun. The wind is clear and I pay my respects, Your Highness. Feng Qingyang approached Ye Qingyun and then knelt on one knee, respectfully bowing. If this scene were seen by outsiders, it would probably be a big surprise. The ancestor of Fengqing Gate, surprisingly obedient to a young man. Very good. Get up now. Ye Qingyun was very satisfied. With Feng Qingyang as the protector of the path, his safety was also guaranteed. Ding, in order to promote the development of the Liuyun Sect and ensure that every disciple of the Liuyun Sect stands up upright, please ask the host to help the Empress break through. Rewards: 500 years of cultivation, able to directly break through to the perfect quasi-imperial realm, the human holy sword, Xuanyuan Sword, top-notch imperial weapon, the 9th grade Pei Yuan Dan X10, the 9th grade Shi Sui Dan X10, the 9th grade Fu Ling Dan X10, and the 9th grade Jin Chuang Dan X10. Note: the host should not put pressure on themselves. As long as they dare to try, even if the task is not completed, rewards will still be given as usual. Weapon levels are divided into 4 sub-levels: spiritual, magical, precious, divine, and imperial. They are further divided into 4 sub-levels: inferior, intermediate, superior, and ultimate. Chapter 3. Changing the style to give rewards. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The water method. Can rewards be obtained even if the task is not completed? Ye Qingyun thought he was mistaken. When he was at Blue Star, Ye Qingyun also read many travel novels. Those forced protagonists either became useless at the beginning or were turned green at the beginning. Then they awakened the system and embarked on a path of working for the system. But the supreme invincible system he bound, even if the task is not completed, rewards will still be distributed as usual. The key rewards are really generous. 500 years of cultivation can allow Ye Qingyun to directly break through to the perfect quasi-emperor realm, so he is only one step away from the great emperor realm. The sacred sword of the human race, the Xuanyuan Sword, is a precious sword that carries great fortune and is a top-notch imperial weapon. Even in the entire Xinkuan continent, it is an unparalleled existence. In addition, there are various 9th-grade pills. In the eastern regions, Jiupin Danyao is a valuable but not marketable substance. The most powerful alchemist of their Liuyun Sect is Mo Wudao, the peak master of the Dan Peak. He was only promoted to a 9th-grade alchemist in recent years, and the success rate of refining 9th-grade pills is less than 20%. However, now the system has rewarded 49th-grade pills in one breath. It has to be said that the blackened system is truly fragrant. Your esteemed host, how dare the system deceive you? All the rewards you see are real and effective. Faced with Ye Qingyun's questioning, the system responded. Upon hearing this, Ye Qingyun was very satisfied in his heart, but in order not to make the system proud, he pretended to be plain and replied, "It's okay, I'll try to be strong. Please rest assured, the system will continue to optimize and strive to satisfy you," the system replied humbly. Ye Qingyun's heart had already burst into laughter. This dog system can be said to have been manipulated by him. Subsequently, Ye Qingyun stood up, stretched lazily, and his bones made a thunderous sound. A powerful force filled his body, and with just a thought, he could easily destroy a mountain or annihilate a faction. Is this the feeling of a strong person? Ye Qingyun grinned and walked towards the outside of the room, with a gentle breeze following closely like a servant. Leaving the room, Ye Qingyun's gaze fell on a mountain peak. That mountain peak soars into the clouds, shrouded in misty mist. The summit is covered in white snow, resembling a fairyland on earth. And there is the peak where Empress Ji Ningxuang is located, known as Empress Peak. For hundreds of years, the Empress has hardly ever been out of the mountains and has been practicing in seclusion, hoping to break through to the perfect realm of the great emperor. As a transcendent force, the sect must have a strong person with complete cultivation in the great emperor realm to sit and control. Their ancestor of the Flowing Cloud sect, Dongfang Su, and the ancestor of the Fengqing Gate, Feng Qingyang, both died when breaking through. Although Ye Qingyun, the alcoholic master, has a deep cultivation, he sleeps tirelessly with a wine gourd all day long, ignoring the Yun sect and disappearing 2.5 years ago. All the pressure falls on Ji Ningxuang. Ji Ningxuang's talent has become very powerful. After practicing for 1,000 years, she has broken through to the quasi-emperor, and after 1,500 years, she has broken through to the great emperor. After less than 3,000 years of cultivation, she has already broken through to the great achievement of the great emperor realm. Compared to those who have lived for tens of thousands of years, Ji Ningxuang can be said to be very young. Therefore, it is understandable that we did not break through to the perfect state of the great emperor. After all, we are still very young. But other supernatural forces did not give Ji Ningxuang the opportunity to slowly develop. In recent years, major supernatural forces have been exerting pressure on the Liuyun Sect. Ji Ningxuang is practicing in seclusion every day and night to change the tense situation, in order to break through as soon as possible and have the power to protect herself. As a member of the Liuyun Sect, how can I, Ye Qingyun, be alone? Empress, Qiyun is here to help you break through. Ye Qingyun spoke with righteous words. Looking at Ye Qingyun's majestic figure, Feng Qingyang admired him greatly in his heart. Although Zhun Shang is still young, he is truly impressed by his love and righteousness. Actually, Ye Qingyun is not at all panicked. Now that the Flowing Cloud sect is under control, what if other supernatural forces attack? Besides, there is still a dog-like system, why worry about not being able to resist external enemies? Let's go, Empress Peak. Ye Qingyun stepped out in one step, his whole body as light as a swallow, and he disappeared directly into place. The wind drifts into the void, following closely. The system has obscured the host in the clear breeze, making it impossible for even the strong at the peak of the great emperor's realm to perceive. As soon as Ye Qingyun left Lingxiao Peak, the system kindly shielded his breath. Even the gentle breeze is obscured. Nowadays, the wind is clear and hidden in the void, even if it is close to the eyes, it is difficult to be detected. Where can I find such a thoughtful system? But Ye Qingyun still replied calmly, I should have done this long ago. Next time, don't be so slow, otherwise I will unbind you every minute. The host's lesson is that the system will continue to optimize and will definitely satisfy the host. Please do not unbind. The system is like a child doing something wrong, responding to Ye Qingyun. Ye Qingyun smiled with satisfaction in his heart. This stupid system is really easy to handle. After flying for more than 10 minutes, Ye Qingyun finally arrived at the Empress Peak. However, there is a restriction on the Empress Peak, and no one can forcibly enter unless the Empress herself agrees. What should be done with this sealing ban? Ye Qingyun dared not act rashly. Although he is currently in the realm of quasi-emperor cultivation, he still doesn't look up enough in front of the truly powerful emperor. Breaking the seal ban for the host. Just as Ye Qingyun was distressed, the sound of the system rang out. The indestructible seal prohibition unexpectedly revealed a crack, which then grew larger and formed a door. I wiped it. Did you really crack it? Ye Qingyun swallowed the saliva and was overjoyed. Subsequently, Ye Qingyun effortlessly entered the Empress Peak. The gentle breeze following behind me was full of disbelief in my old eyes. Faced with the seal prohibition of Empress Jiningshuang, it would take some effort for Feng Qingyang to break through. However, Your Highness easily broke through the seal prohibition. How strong is Zhun Shang? Feng Qingyang's growing admiration for Ye Qingyun. Ye Qingyun naturally didn't know about the refreshing brainpower after all, he didn't do anything, it was all about the dog system working hard. A life of lying flat is simply too comfortable. Ding, hosts successfully arrived at the Empress Peak, and due to their positive attitude, rewards were distributed in advance, rewards. 500 years of cultivation, able to directly break through to the perfect quasi-imperial realm, the human holy sword, Xuanyuan Sword, top-notch imperial weapon, the 9th grade Pei Yuan Dan X10, the 9th grade Shi Sui Dan X10, the 9th grade Fu Ling Dan X10, and the 9th grade Jin Chuang Dan X10, host. Ye Qingyun, cultivation. Great achievement in the quasi-emperor realm, treasure. Xuanyuan Sword, premium imperial weapon, can you directly break through to the perfect quasi-imperial realm? Do you want to break through immediately? Ye Qingyun. Ye Qingyun looked bewildered and had a positive attitude, and the rewards were distributed in advance. Is this okay too? The system is really giving him rewards in various ways. Chapter 4. Empress, you don't want to watch the Liuyun Sect decline, do you? You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 5. Eternal Dragon Emperor Body, Eternal Ice Phoenix Body. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 6. Emperor Zhun's Perfection, Becoming a Swordsman After Sleeping. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 7. Apprenticeship Conference. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 8. The son of Qiyun who was divorced, Xiao. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 9. The posture of the emperor. What kind of garbage is that? You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 10. Mood First. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text.